My beloved child. Tonight the air is different. Your heart is being pulled for a reason. Do not ignore the tug you feel. What you are about to learn will steady your entire house. Your daughter has been walking through a silent corridor where doors looked locked, yet keys were hidden in plain sight. She has carried the weight of other people's doubt like a backpack full of stones. The moment has come to remove those stones and return her to the lightness that belongs to her. There is a message written across her days that others tried to erase with gossip and smallness. They could not bear the size of her future because it made their own shadows look taller. But light always collects its own, and tonight it chooses her. You notice the quiet changes first, how she straightened her shoulders, how she tucked away tears and smiled anyway. That was not denial, that was courage in its purest uniform. She has been rehearsing victory in secret so she could meet this hour without trembling. A pair of hands that once pretended to help was busy tying knots around her name. Those knots are snapping now, one after another, a soft clicking sound only heaven and parents can hear. The rope is falling to the floor and the floor is learning the sound of freedom. Someone mistook her gentleness for weakness and thought they could move her like a pawn. They did not know she was a queen disguised in quiet colors. Queens do not announce themselves, kingdoms rise to greet them. Your daughter tried to protect you from her storms because she thought thunder would break your sleep. What she did not know is that your spirit has already been awake, counting seconds between lightning and truth. You were born to stand between her and the wind. There is an invitation heading her way, stamped with a seal of purpose. It is not loud, not flashy, but it rings like a tuning fork when opened. Everything that is not for her will go out of tune, and everything that is hers will hum in perfect pitch. A jealous voice attempted to plant a rumor the way thieves plant footprints in soft soil. The rumor wilted because it was planted without water or light. Truth, on the other hand, is a tree with deep roots and an honest shadow. Your house will feel different as this unfolds. Doors that once stuck will open easily, like they were oiled by unseen kindness. She will walk through and you will watch the posture of victory replace the posture of apology. There is a book inside her, even if it is not made of paper. It is a book of decisions, each page signed with courage. Tonight another page turns, and the sound it makes is the same sound your heart makes when hope stands up. Do not fear the name that tried to stand over her. Names that rise without honor fall without witnesses. The echo they leave behind cannot harm a child that walks with light in her hands. Your daughter is not behind, she is precisely on time. Delay did not deny her. Delay prepared the road ahead so that it would not collapse under her gifts. Now the road is ready, and the road is calling her by name. There is a figure who will step forward in the coming days with a smile that looks expensive and a plan that looks generous. It is wrapped in velvet, but beneath it lies a ledger written in greed. She will see the fine print without even looking down. You have prayed in the language of breath, in the pauses between chores, in the small nods no one saw. Those prayers have been arranging the furniture of her future while you slept. When she enters, everything will already be in its rightful place. She will learn to say no without explanation. Each no will feel like a light switch, and a room inside her will brighten. Boundaries will not push people away, boundaries will invite the right people in. An old disappointment once told her to shrink. Tonight that disappointment is losing its voice. In its place rises a calm certainty that knows how to walk into rooms without asking permission to be there. There is a mentor waiting with open hands and exact advice. This mentor arrives without noise, carrying a map that matches her steps. They will not try to own her story, they will help her tell it truthfully. You will see small evidence first, a message that sounds like clarity, an offer that aligns with values, a schedule that finally breathes. These are not coincidences, they are coordinates. Follow them by peace, not by pressure. A person who once smiled at your table but carried a secret fork for your daughter's plate will reveal themselves. Their plan needed darkness, now there is no darkness left to hide in. When light enters, pretense exits. Your daughter's laughter is returning, not as a performance but as a promise. It will enter the room before she does and decorate the walls with courage. That sound will be the soundtrack of your next season. She will remember who she was before worry tried to rename her. That memory will fit like a perfectly tailored coat. It will keep her warm through every meeting, every choice, every door that opens and stays open. The opportunity coming is not a test, it is a confirmation. It matches her calling the way sunrise matches morning. Anyone who tries to rush or reroute her will tire themselves out running against the wind. Your role is simple and sacred. Stand steady. Speak life. Let your eyes tell her what the world tried to make her forget. There will be one conversation where her voice does not shake. It will carry the weight of truth like a bell carries sound. After that conversation, the hallway of her future will fill with doors that unlock at her touch. A document once misfiled will resurface at the exact right moment. Dates will align, signatures will meet signatures, and the path will be cleared. What once seemed delayed will be delivered with interest. Watch how her daily habits harden into a foundation. The small disciplines she chose when no one watched will lift her high when everyone is looking. She will be ready because she already is. The people meant for her will recognize her by peace, not by performance. They will not ask her to audition for her own life. They will ask her to be exactly as powerful and gentle as she truly is. The shadow that trailed her steps is dissolving under the noon of this revelation. No ritual was required, only truth and time. The shadow understands it does not live here anymore. Your home is learning a new rhythm. Mornings will open like bright curtains, nights will rest like grateful eyes. Even the walls will seem to exhale. She will step over the threshold of self-doubt without looking back. The ground will hold, the air will bless, the road will welcome. Nothing about her arrival will be accidental. A certain number used to follow her around, an exam score, a date, a deadline. That number will stop defining her, like a bell that stops ringing when the hour is fulfilled. She will carry stories instead of statistics. In private, she will lay down the armor she wore for too long. It will sound like metal touching wood, then silence. From that silence, real strength will rise. There will be a room where her name is spoken with respect by people who do not know her personally. That room is proof that your prayers traveled farther than your feet. She will enter that room and belong there. A door that once resisted will glide open at her approach. She will not have to convince it, she will only have to arrive. Arrival is the language of the ready. The person who tried to profit from her uncertainty will meet their own reflection. In that reflection, they will see the smallness of what they attempted. Grace will handle them, you will not need to. Your daughter's kindness remains her superpower, but now it travels with wisdom. Wisdom will decide where kindness sits and where kindness passes by. In that order, she will find safety without losing heart. The season of proving is ending, the season of moving is beginning. She will move in alignment, not in anxiety. Each step will feel like a yes that was waiting to be heard. You will receive a piece of news that lands like a soft bird on your window. It will not startle you, it will confirm you. You will exhale, and the house will exhale with you. From this night forward, call her by the name the future recognizes: steady, chosen, capable, whole. Speak it when pouring tea, when locking the gate, when turning off the last light. Let the walls memorize it. Your daughter is not becoming someone new, she is returning to who she truly is. The world will call it transformation. Heaven calls it remembrance. Keep the door of your heart open, keep the door of your home discerning. Love without apology, protect without noise. This is how houses with destiny stay warm. The sign you will see first is small, a clear message, a timely call, a face that looks like help. Do not chase it, allow it. What is meant for her arrives on schedule. Let the night finish its work as the morning prepares its entrance. Your rest tonight is part of the miracle. Sleep like someone whose prayers have already arrived. And when the hour touches your window, guide her gently toward the path with the steady light. You will know it by peace. She will know it by how her shoulders finally drop. The next chapter writes itself in clean ink. No smudges, no rush, only clarity. Turn the page together. Hold this truth the way a lighthouse holds its flame, constant, visible, faithful. Your daughter stands on the shore, and the waters are honoring her steps. Nothing meant to drown her will touch her again. This is serious, yes, but serious like a sworn promise, not like a threat. Serious like a sunrise that will not be negotiated. Serious like a door that will never close again once it has opened. Breathe, beloved. The story has already shifted in her favor. All that remains is to walk it out with grace. My beloved child. Let calm be your armor as you read the next part. You are not late to protect what is precious. You are exactly on time to witness what unfolds in her favor. There is a small horizon forming inside your daughter, a new line where sky meets purpose. It glows when she speaks truth even in a whisper. Each truthful word is a step she will never have to walk back. You will notice how she cleans her desk and sorts her thoughts the same way. Order will enter her life like a courteous guest. Clarity will remain and become family. In the next 72 hours, a name will approach with sudden friendliness. The friendliness is borrowed and will not last. Your discernment will last longer, and that is enough. Her phone will light up with an invitation that looks urgent. Pressure is how counterfeits sell themselves. Peace is how the real thing arrives and stays. A letter that once felt heavy will lighten in your hands. The numbers will add up the way they should. The page will stop arguing with you and begin cooperating. She has learned to listen to the quiet instructions that arrive without noise. Those instructions will guide her exactly to the door that is already unlocked. She will not knock, she will simply enter because it is hers. You may remember a day when she hid her tears in hurried laughter. That day is finished now. The laughter returning will be whole and will not need to hide anything inside it. There is a room where people gather who have waited for someone just like her. The chair in that room has her name carved into the grain. All she needs to do is sit and be exactly herself. Someone who underestimated her will try to rewrite the past to look wise. The truth will stand in the doorway like light and make the rewriting unnecessary. They will shrink back into their own lesson and learn it. A blessing is already moving toward your address without fanfare. It does not need an audience because it is an assignment. Assignments find the people they belong to. Her courage will look quiet to outsiders and fierce to anyone who tried to control her. That is the right way around. Quiet outside, blazing within, steady under pressure. The house itself will feel like it exhales after weeks of holding its breath. Cabinets will close without slamming. The night will sleep deeper, like a lake with no storms on it. She will choose new companions without announcing that she has changed. The wrong ones will notice first because access will no longer be free. The right ones will notice next because peace will feel like recognition. There will be a meeting where she says only what is necessary. Every word will land like a stone in still water. The rings that spread will reach exactly the ears that need to hear. Your role is to keep the air in the home honest and warm. Honest air makes it hard for pretenders to breathe and easy for the faithful to rest. Warmth teaches the heart that it is safe to tell the truth. An old fear will rattle the doorknob one more time and then go away. It will understand that it has no room here now. Boldness pays the rent in full and moves in. Archangel Michael says the path is guarded while she walks it. He places strength beside her on the left and wisdom on the right. What is behind her will no longer chase because it cannot pass the light. She will find a document or message with her name spelled exactly right. That accuracy will feel like a blessing by itself. Precision is a sign of care, and care is a sign she is seen. Someone will offer her a shortcut that looks paved with compliments. Shortcuts often lead nowhere with speed. She will stay on the real road and arrive where praise cannot buy entrance. You might feel a sudden need to rearrange a corner of the house. Follow that instinct. Space in the room becomes space in the mind. Her voice will carry the tone of someone who knows the answer without needing to prove it. That tone ends arguments before they begin. Peace will be the loudest sound. A memory that used to sting will begin to teach instead. Lessons taken from pain become wisdom when handled with love. Wisdom never needs to shout to be heard. She will not apologize for healthy boundaries. Boundaries will not punish anyone, they will protect everyone. Protected peace is the new foundation she will stand on. At the threshold of a new week, a door you did not know existed will appear. It is not magical, it is timely. Timely doors open when hearts are ready and hands are clean. A person who once wrapped manipulation in kindness will run out of ribbon. Without the wrapping, the shape of their intent will be seen. You will nod like someone who recognized it all along. Your daughter carries a steadiness that equips her for rooms that require calm decisions. Those rooms are waiting. Decisions will meet her strength and agree with it. The season of overtaking is ending, the season of outgrowing is beginning. Outgrowing happens quietly and permanently. Once grown, there is no returning to too small spaces. Her steps will start to match a rhythm you prayed for years ago. That rhythm will not rush her. It will move her at the speed of trust. Watch for the way she treats her mornings. Morning is a page that tells the day how to behave. She will write clarity at the top and dignity in the margin. There is money aligned to her work that arrives without strings. It will not ask her to trade identity for opportunity. It will honor both. An elder with gentle eyes will speak a single sentence that settles many questions. The sentence will not be long. Truth rarely needs many words to stay standing. Rooms that required her to shrink will begin to feel uncomfortable to her. That discomfort is an answer. Answers do not argue, they redirect. You will see her pick up a tool she once abandoned. The tool will fit her hand better than before. Skill grows in the quiet where no applause is required. A friend will arrive carrying real loyalty instead of flattering noise. Loyalty is quiet and consistent, like sunrise. She will recognize it by how rested her heart feels after they leave. The window of your home will catch a new kind of light at dusk. Even the day understands what is changing. Evening will feel like a promise kept. Let your words be short and strong around her. Short words are easier to carry when the road is long. Strong words last longer than weather. A small celebration is deserved, even if it is only tea in your favorite cups. Celebration tells the heart to remember this moment. Memory will be a lantern you can relight later. If an old message pings with the sound of regret, let regret stay as a teacher and not as a guest. Teachers leave when the lesson is learned. Guests try to move in. Choose the teacher. She will organize her future with calendar lines and faithful pauses. Pauses are not delays, they are breath. Breath is proof that life is leading and not fear. Your hands have carried more than most people know. They can put some of it down now. What remains will be exactly what is needed. The blessing that arrives next will not ask you to clap for it. It will quietly take its seat at your table. You will recognize it by the peace it brings to ordinary minutes. In 3 simple steps, clarity, boundary, follow through, she will close a chapter. The next chapter opens without a creak. Good doors house good stories. She will keep her promise to herself without telling everyone about it. Private integrity builds public strength. Strength that is built well cannot be bought or borrowed. A place that once echoed with doubt will become a studio for courage. She will rehearse kindness there until kindness sounds like her. Kindness with a backbone is her new signature. There will be one day soon when even the clock seems cooperative. Time will feel generous instead of slippery. In generous time, important work becomes possible. When the night feels large, remember that protection is larger. Protection is not loud, it is present. Presence wins more battles than noise ever could. Your daughter will sign her name on something she owns with both joy and calm. The pen will move like a small river. Ownership will sit quietly on her shoulders and fit. The next person who speaks carelessly about her will hear their own words and stop. Truth will stand behind her like a polite witness. Witnesses end arguments without violence. Keep listening to the soft instructions. They are never wrong. They arrive from the same place her help is coming from. You have permission to rest even while things improve. Rest is not abandonment, it is maintenance. Maintained hearts carry people farther. All of this is already in motion. Motion does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a door that opens the same way every day until suddenly you notice it never sticks anymore. The peace in your home will become a headline no one prints but everyone reads. Headlines in the spirit are the most accurate kind. They tell you what matters and ignore what doesn't. Let this be the paragraph you read twice. All is well, and all will keep becoming well. No power thrives where love and wisdom agree. And as you breathe into this unfolding, hold the light steady for her path and for your own. What you protect now becomes her inheritance in character and calm. What she builds now becomes your answer in joy.